Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first video of the day. We're going to have a number of updates for you guys throughout the day, and the first one is going to be about the disgusting issue and crisis of the grooming scandals and the gangs around the country. The issue continues in this country, and I'm going to give you the update, but I'm going to talk about the fundamental problem with it, because it's not really just about justice. It's not really just about arresting these individuals and sending them to court or sending them to prison for a while. There's a deeper problem with our culture right now in this country. So, 10 men, and they're all from have an Asian background, as you can imagine, a lot from Pakistan, have now appeared in Crown Court in Manchester. Over 74 offences occurred in the 2000s. From 2003, a lot of them until 2008. But of course, these are the cases that we now know of, and obviously the judges will be considering them. The problem with this is that this is linked to Rochdale, the gangs in Rochdale. Now, of course, there are various other areas, Rotherham, parts of Luton, and many other places that historically, in modern times, we've had this problem. So, firstly, let's look at the names of these individuals. We got Sharaz Hussain, Khalid Mohammed, Shakil Ahmed, Mohammed Zahid, Naveed Anwar, Gulnawaz Khan, and Irfan Korban. So, okay, these you can tell in terms of the background. Now, considering these are gangs, and they have either family connections or other connections in the neighborhood with each other, and there were a lot of people who were covering up for all this in the communities, but also in terms of the actual individuals. But at the same time, we've been reporting this for a long time. The police, some people in the police, some people in the local councils and authorities, and many others as well, who have now been exposed over the last few years. Now, this is an issue that I've been talking about for the past, I believe, 11 years. 10, 11 years I've been talking about this. And the beginning of it, nobody listened. And even people like Tommy Robinson, massive, obviously, credit should go to Tommy Robinson, who initially started to also talk about these things, and he was completely ignored. And then the mainstream media decided to shift the narrative, saying, well, we're going to attack the messenger rather than the message. So they said, well, because the messenger is Tommy Robinson and he's not credible, we're just going to completely ignore the message. And that became a big problem. But over the last few years, and there has been more pressure from new media and, of course, other campaigners and activists across the country who have been exposing this. Now it's obviously we have these 10 men who are going to be prosecuted. We get that. And firstly, there has to be a conversation about the justice system reforms, because if they don't get proper sentences, then what is the point of going through the whole process? That's one thing. But even if this happens, the issue is that there's a new breed of these villains who are being created every single day. Because of mass migration, because of lack of integration culturally, and turning a blind eye all these years, there are going to be new ones on a daily basis, on a regular basis, and we have to keep going after them. It's just not sustainable. Why do we have to keep going through it instead of actually the political system and everybody in the establishment sitting around the table having proper conversations about the deep problem, the political incorrectness of the fact that we can't say that these cultures are not compatible, and we are not vetting these people, whether it is when it comes to mass migration, legally and illegally. It's completely out of control, and that's why there's no possible way for the Home Office, for example, to fully vet every single person. So maybe it's time to rethink our immigration policies. Instead of just completely saying, well, all migrants and refugees are welcome here, maybe we could create a better system. And who's willing to do it? Clearly, no one in the mainstream political parties right now. Yes, we have some individual who say the right things, like Suella Braverman, but is that enough? I don't think it's enough. And people are getting sick and tired of this. And it's dangerous. And it's dangerous for people to live in cities. It's dangerous for people to have babies and have kids, because you don't know if you're going to feel safe as a parent. If your little girl go out to the park with her friends, is not sustainable. We have to do something about this. And of course, We're not going to get any of this in the mainstream media. Sometimes they talk about it when it's a big case. Otherwise, they are afraid of offending people. Well, we don't care about offending people. I care about protecting the people in this country. Now, make sure to share this video. We're going to have other updates for you guys throughout the day. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.